Chapter 7 Dust Fungus. The alchemist moved through the alleys like a blood-red blade slicing through grime. No one dared to cross his path or even risk brushing against his robe. Despite knowing every nook and cranny of the lower city, Sasha struggled to keep up with him. Perhaps it was for the best. Maybe her survival instinct was trying to make her lose him. But Sasha pressed on, fighting against her instinct ever since she had witnessed the brutal death of an innocent man through the gap in the palisades by the mine. Death was no stranger to her. It had often barged in uninvited, taking someone before her eyes, but never so gruesomely. She had to clamp both hands over her mouth to keep from retching at the sight. Then she had swallowed hard and followed the alchemist, who had watched it all with chilling detachment. Suddenly, the alchemist halted. Sasha squeezed into a niche between two huts to observe him from a safe distance. 6 men blocked his path. 4 more emerged from an alley between him and Sasha, cutting off any escape. Their faces were as hard and determined as the rock in the mines that refused to yield its ore. In their hands, pickaxes and hatchets. "Finally we get to grab one of you bastards," declared a wiry man with more courage than years. The alchemist stood among them, upright, unperturbed, and silent. "I'll make you squeal," shouted a bent man, twirling his sickle menacingly. He waited only for a heartbeat before charging at the alchemist with a piercing scream. The sickle raised high, he suddenly stopped in front of the alchemist, and then collapsed. Like before a growling predator, everyone took a step back. Sasha stared in disbelief at the scarlet blade in the alchemist's hand. No, the blade that extended from his arm instead of a hand, slowly reforming into fingers. Furiously, the man attacked the alchemist, but he suddenly dissolved like a bursting dust fungus into a scarlet mist. The seemingly eternal moment that followed lasted only a blink of an eye. His robe fell to the ground, and with it the attackers, gasping for air as if invisible chains were tightening around their throats. Before Sasha could comprehend what had just happened, the alchemist stood among the dead again, naked, his body covered in scarlet veins. Slowly, he turned and looked at Sasha with unabashedly glowing red eyes that seemed to peer into her very soul. Then he picked up his robe and continued on his way.